Hello my loves, Sundown here coming at you with another video, and in this video I am going to simplify wash day for you. We make wash day so complicated and you buy 15 million different products, but in reality you only need about 6 to 7 tops depending on your porosity and what your hair and scalp is dealing with. And in this video I will put everything in its perspective and kill all of these myths that have you so confused and wasting money on products. Let's get into it. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe here to my channel, and once you subscribe, be sure to click on that bell notification so you are notified every single time I post another video. Let's go. Step 1 is going to be shampoo. We've already talked about exfoliation during the skin cell turnover month. If you don't know anything about that, make sure you check this video right here where I go really deep into depth on that. So as I'm editing this video, I had to pause real quick for my clients, and I remember that I forgot to say this. The first thing everyone wants to do is they oil cleanse. Remember, everyone should not do an oil cleanse. There are one group of people that should do an oil cleanse before they wash their hair, and that is people who have low sebum levels. By low sebum level, I mean you're a person that almost never notices any oil coming out of the scalp whatsoever. You implement, then and only then do you implement oil cleansing into your routine. But if you're someone like me with a very, very high sebum level, and you're a person who after a week your hair is like so oily that it's like getting oil on your face, sweetie, you do not need to do an oil cleanse before you wash your hair. So there are so many different myths about shampoo. People think that you're supposed to leave shampoo sitting on the scalp and all of that jazz, but shampoo has one main purpose and objective, and it was formulated for one main purpose and objective, and that is to cleanse the scalp, follicle, and the cuticle. That is the main and only purpose for shampoo. It is to cleanse. A shampoo is to your hair as a body wash is to your body. Your body wash's only purpose is to cleanse and remove fatty deposits. And one really big myth that is confusing everyone is Black women have a scalp that does not produce oil. And because Black women are under the illusion that their scalp does not produce oil, we are clogging our follicles to no avail. And as a result, we have different forms of alopecia. But I want you to know there are a lot of different scalp problems that people think that they have that are not really scalp problems. They're actually different forms of There are actually different disorders or different blockages caused by you constantly blocking the sebaceous gland, like sebaceous cysts. Sebaceous cysts are formed within the sebaceous gland whenever the sebaceous gland is damaged or clogged. How do you damage or clog the sebaceous gland? Well, I've been telling you guys this for years. Anytime you put an oil that is beyond a 3 on the comedogenic scale, you clog the pores. The sebaceous gland can be damaged in a lot of different ways. You can have your gland damaged from, surgery, from different environmental damage, from tugging and pulling on the follicle too much, from blocking the follicle too much, and different things like that. Any type of blockage to the follicle, any type of prevention of oxygen flow that blockage will cause sebaceous cysts after a long period of time. These cysts, sometimes they rise above the skin, but sometimes they just lay dormant and you just won't grow hair there. So shampooing the hair is not something that you can skip over. It is something that should happen on a regular basis because your scalp is constantly releasing sebum. Sebum is real life oil, and guess what? Not only does sebum come out of the hair's follicle, when the sebum comes out of the hair's follicle, the sweat gland is right there next to the sebaceous gland. When sweat and the different bacteria from the sweat join up with the sebum out of your scalp, an acid is produced, you guys. And at first, the acid's pH level isn't really that bad. It's not a big deal, okay? It doesn't really go past a 6.2, and your hair's natural pH level is a 5.5. And so if you're handling it and you're washing your hair on a regular basis, it's never really a big deal. That acid that forms on the scalp, that mixture of the sebum and your sweat forming an acid is not really a big deal. But if you constantly leave it on the scalp, eventually that acid becomes damaging, and it damages the cuticle and it damages the follicle on an internal level. I really hope this is making sense. So shampooing the hair is extremely vital, simply because this is the way to make sure that your body does not form natural acid. Your body is a well-oiled machine, and this is a 50-50 partnership. So if you are not getting in there and doing the work, you're gonna suffer for it, and your body will show evidence of that. Moving along to conditioner. Most people think that conditioner is something that they can switch, or you want to use a shampoo from Joico and then a conditioner from Paul Mitchell. That does not work. The objective of a shampoo is to cleanse. And when a chemist makes a shampoo, whenever a company makes a shampoo, the conditioner is equipped to replace whatever botanicals, whether they are natural or artificial, that shampoo took. And the conditioner, the formulation, that chemist, she put the exact botanicals that she knows for a fact her formulation will remove. She knows exactly what needs to go within it, so she puts it in there. But peep this. If you use the shampoo from one company and a conditioner from the other company did not formulate their products to replace the things that your shampoo took out. So you have all of these missing gaps, and the pH level is not balanced. Understand that whenever you shampoo the hair, you're changing the pH level of the hair. So you need to neutralize with the same shampoo and conditioner. The problem is everybody wants to be their own chemist, and everybody wants to mix all of these products up. Keep it simple. Find a shampoo and conditioner dependent on your porosity and what your hair needs to cleanse your hair on wash day, and stick to it. You're not a chemist. The person who made the shampoo is. If you're gonna buy the shampoo, buy the conditioner. Why would you buy part 1 and buy part 2 from somebody else? That makes no sense. So far on your wash day, shampoo and conditioner from the same company. Okay, a leave-in conditioner. People, there's this big thing going around that you don't need a leave-in conditioner. You could just do your hair. I'm sorry, before you paint, don't you prime? Anything that you do, anything where you get a new formation, whether you're building a house, painting, anything, you prep first. You put a primer down first. So you already cleansed your hair, and then you replenished your hair of whatever was missing. That's all you did. You didn't do anything extra. There is no preparation for any styling. Your hair is not protected. Your cuticle is not protected. Anything. Shampoo and conditioner is not a styling product. It is to cleanse and replenish, period. Pick a leave-in conditioner dependent on your porosity. But if you want to know more about porosity, check the videos linked below and we'll get into that. You prep everything. Everything needs a base. When you're mixing an oil, a carrier oil has a base. Everything has a base. Your leave-in conditioner is your prep. Your leave-in conditioner also couples as a heat protectant. So whenever I'm doing a silk press, my leave-in conditioner is my heat protectant for the blow dry. So for somebody to say you don't need a leave-in conditioner makes no sense, because your leave-in conditioner acts as your heat protectant or as your styling protectant, depending on what your style is for this next step. This is so simple. This is where you get a routine and figure out what your hair likes. Have variety. Just like you make a schedule out for work and every other thing in your life that matters, be intentional and sit down and really make a plan for your hair. And guess what? It doesn't have to be that complicated. A lot of women wear their hair the same way their whole life. There's some women that wear a middle part their whole entire life. It's not necessary for you to have a different style every week. Find a couple of styles that work really good for you and then switch them out. But if you have a routine that you're following, it doesn't become that complicated. The next set of products that you're using for styling are solely dependent on your porosity and what style you are trying to do. For example, if leading up to this point, your only objective is to do a silk press, you only need one more product. Just one more. Because remember, you already have shampoo, conditioner, your leave-in conditioner, and now you can get an additional shine serum to end it off. And depending on your client's porosity, you can get an additional heat protectant, but a silk press video, that's a little different. We just talking about wash day. But let's say you're gonna do a twist out, get a foam wrap or a curl definer. Let's see what works for your hair. You know your porosity level. It's easier for you to pick the products that work best for you dependent on your porosity. All of these questions that we have about our hair, like, oh, what product should I use on my hair? As when it comes to wash day, all we need is a shampoo and conditioner from the same brand, a leave-in conditioner, and depending on what style you're doing, we're either going the heat protecting and serum route, or we're gonna go ahead and do the curl defining route with Shea Bay on the ends, depending on what style you're doing. If you want me to do a video like specifically on different styles so you can just have a couple of ideas, leave it in the comments below, engage with your girl, and I do that, you know what I'm saying? So styles, picking your styles, that's important. Set a plan, be intentional. The main reason that most people are irritated by what I say or don't want to take my tactics is because everyone is looking for a shortcut. There's no shortcut. If you go ahead and follow a routine and you make sure you follow the science of your hair, then you never worry about matting and tangling. You guys, I know that matting and tangling is a thing for you. My mom's hair is a different texture than mine. My daughter has thicker hair than all of us, and my hair is pretty thick itself. I've never had matted hair. Matted hair is not a thing that happens if you're combing your hair on a regular basis. So at the end of the day, there's no like finger that anybody is going to snap that's going to teach you something that you can do that will dismiss you from having a routine. And lastly, the very last thing is having a maintenance routine, making sure that your ends stay trimmed on a regular basis. If your ends are staying trimmed on a certain cycle and you have a routine, you'll barely be like dusting your ends. And you may only have to do it every 10 weeks, but this is all dependent on the way you take care of your hair. I know you guys like to make products on your own and everything like that, but wash day is so simple. Shampoo and condition, then get a leave-in conditioner and a styling product depending on the routine and the style that you're following for that week. Make sure that you're not going weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months without combing your hair or washing your hair, and keep up with the pattern and maintain your ends. It's so simple, you guys. Stop buying 17,000 products. Stop using 300 million shampoos and conditioners. It's not that serious. Girl, if you don't wash it, put some conditioner in it. Put some leave-in conditioner in that stuff. Put a little bit of shine serum in there, or whatever else I already told you, whatever your styling product is. And then put a silk or satin bonnet on when you go to sleep, girl. And do it again on Monday or Tuesday. Do it either once a week or every 2 weeks. Why you gotta go and make things so complicated? It ain't that serious. This is Wash Day Simplified. I love you so much. So, hey.